What's going on YouTube? Cloverbells here, back with another Scarlet Violet video, and today is rental code day, so we're gonna give out 5 new rentals for the month of October. Everything's been tested, everything's been built, and hopefully after regional results that we have best picked 5 teams that are reflective of the meta as of this moment. So if you still need something to play in your upcoming local tournaments, in your League Cup challenges, or if you just need something for an online ladder tournament or just something for ladder play, then hopefully one of these can suffice. And as always, all the PokePays for each team are in the video description below, so make sure to check those out. But of course, we're always going to explain our rentals, with our EV spreads, so this way you understand the way we EV them the way we did. All right, so without further ado, let's go into rental number 1. Alright, so this is rental number 1 here. So this is our Sneasler Pult Balance team, which you've seen, I'm sure, a bunch of times. You may have even seen the Salamence in the Dragapult slot, or even the Electabuzz in the Magmar slot. So I decided to go with Pult because, I like Dragapult, okay? And I wanted to go with Magmar here just to give us that Fire, Water, Grass core, with Magmar, Magmar, Primarina, and Rillaboom over here. So the Magmar set is pretty standard with Follow Me, Overheat, and Will-O-Wisp and Protect. Vital Spirit, just like Electabuzz, makes it so that you can redirect Sleep Shenanigans from the Amoonguss. And then at the same time, because you are a Fire type, you get to be able to resist the Typhlosion Eruption Shenanigans. And you can redirect Fire type attacks away successfully from stuff like Rillaboom and stuff like Kingambit at the end of the day, right? Then after that, you have the duo with Sneasler and Dragapult. You got Fake Out Pressure, from the Sneasler, Dire Claw and Close Combat. Of course, you know what they do. And the Pult is a standard choice band set. Again, 2 of the fastest mods in the format. They hit very hard and they cover for each other very well, like we explained in our rental. Because again, Dragapult, weak to dark types, but Sneasler is very good against dark types because you are a fighting type at the end of the day, right? Sneasler is really good into Archaludon, really good into other Kingambits, other Terrasteel Godangos for that matter. So it's a really good mod right now. And Primarina here with the Life Orb set as opposed to, a Throat Spray or a Citrus Spray set. I just wanted to be aggressive with my Primarina here. So still going to be able to come in your Dondozo games or even like your opposing setup games where you just want to remove their buffs at the end of the day, which is okay. You can remove Intimidate buffs from your Sneasler or your Rillabooms. So that's nice. And again, the whole idea with Kingambit, you get to discourage that because again, Defiant is really, really good. Again, Kingambit, great matchup into Goldango too. But overall, again, I just want to be super aggressive with my Prim over on this slot here. The Rillaboom, again, another Fake Out user. So 2 Fake Outs on the team. You get Priority Grassy Glide along with Priority Sucker Punch from the Gambit. Hard-hitting Wood Hammer. And just like Dragapult, you got a pivot move in the U-turn. All right. Anyway, very standard Pult Sneasler balance team. But, again, if you had to bring something to a tournament, you can definitely bring this one. It'll do very, very well. So let's take a look at the EV spreads and just show you exactly what we did. Alright, so here's the paste here, and a lot of this is relatively straightforward, especially with the Sneasler and the Dragapult, just simple 252, 252 stuff, because again, they are banded and they do have a sash. The Rillaboom over here, that speed is just to outspeed a modest Pelipper, and then after that, I hit the bump in the Adamant Nature with 196 investment. I hit the 132 mark with the HP because, again, that's hitting 192 total, so it's optimized for grassy terrain recovery. I put 76 special defense investment just to, again, give me a nice solid even number, get it to 100 flat stat in the special defense, which is, again, really good with the Assault Vest, and then just 1 point left into defense. So that's really all there is to the Rillaboom set there. The Primarina, again, just up to 90, just to outspeed other common base 60 mons like another Incineroar, another Tyranitar for that matter. And then after that, I just optimize its HP for Life Orb Chip and dump the rest into defense while still hitting the bump in the special attack stat. This should be able to also still survive the Rillaboom Grassy Terrain, Grassy Glide. So that's still like within the damage calc there. The Magmar here, the Magmar is meant to outspeed a max speed Adamant Dragonite, okay? And then after that, I literally just went for even numbers. Where you just have 244 HP, 180 defense, and then just 20 SPDF. Again, just focusing on the even numbers. And, I focused on the physical defense because that was the weaker of Magmar's bulk. So I wanted to get that up much more. And then after that, just a little bit of leftovers in its special defense, which was its higher stat. All right, then the Kingambit here, just max attack, strong Kingambit, Black Glasses set. just a little bit of speed, just for potential mirror matchups, ideally. So this way I can get some information. And then after that, just dumping the rest into the HP stat over there. So, and again, relatively straightforward EVs. They all work. So yeah, give this one a go. And from here, we're going to move on to rental number 2. Rental number 2 is our Porygon 2 Balance Squad. So again, you've seen this 5 before with the Instant Amoonguss P2 Archaludon stuff with the Goldengo over here. But Flamigo has started to rise as of late, and not even just as of late, but over the last couple weeks or so, especially after Baltimore Regionals. Just makes sense. Scrappy's a really good ability. The fact that you can't get intimidated, you can hit ghost types is very important. So again, just imagine Goldengos and Dragapults over here, Terra Ghosts for that matter, Terra Ghost, Maushold, Terra Ghost, Ursalunas. You can hit them all. So Scrappy looking really good. And then at the same time, you're a flying type. You're great into other common fighting types right now. And then you still have close combat for the Archaludon. So really good Pokemon is Flamigo right now. After that, it's pretty standard. Look at that P2 set. It is Terra Blast, Terra Fighting. We've used Terra Blast, Terra Flying. We've even used Terra Blast, Terra Ground. Now, how about the Fighting one? So that's pretty good into King Gambit as well. It's also pretty good into Incin and other dark types too. The Amoonguss does Amoonguss things. You still have Clear Smog here for the Dondozo matchup, but Dondozo has gone down in usage quite a bit. So people are starting to just drop that a little bit and just go Protect, but I still always respect Dozo, so I'm still going to keep the Clear Smog. And then the Ursaluna with the substitute over here instead of our Swords Dance. So, this way we can kind of discourage Incineroars coming in because the Intimidate just doesn't go through the sub. You just have to make sure that the sub is up already. You can also use it, on your final turn of Trick Room when other opponents want to double Protect. You can go for the sub, and then that'll help you next turn when your Trick Room is up, be able to take one attack and then just KO something else right there. All right, the Life Orb Goldengo set is very aggressive. We don't have a lot of speed on this thing. We just have bulk and damage, which is great on a Trick Room team, right? And we have the redirection support from the Amoonguss. We have the Fake Out Pressure from the Incin. We can set up these Trick Rooms. We can set up these nasty plots. And then from there, do whatever it is we need to do with Ursaluna, right? So let's take a look at the EV spreads from here. All right, so from here, the Ursaluna is just optimized with that 140 HP against the Flame Warp chip damage. Then we're hitting the Adamant Bump with 236 attack. And the leftovers just goes into 132 special defense. Again, if you don't know what bumps are and you're trying to get better at competitive Pokemon, make sure you comment in the video below asking what are EV bumps. I made a whole video on this a couple weeks ago, so go ahead and watch that. But if not, ask what are EV bumps and I will reply to you and respond to your comment, okay? But anyway, from here, Flamigo, straightforward, 252, 252 set. The Incineroar spread here with Careful Nature. That's our older Incineroar set, 252 HP, 196 for that. Lives a Pelipper Weather Ball in the rain, so that's pretty cool. Then the Amoonguss, again, with the 236, 196 defense here. That's good for the Talonflame, Brave Bird stuff, especially if it's Life Orb. Goldengo here, speaking of Life Orb, so no speed investment, right? 212 HP, 148 defense. This is good against the Tyranitar, the Throat Chop stuff, so, let's go physical here. And then just hitting that bump again in the Modest Nature special attack stat. The P2, again, also just meant to... That's our older P2 set anyway. Again, 252 HP, 1 point in the attack stat. So again, after a download boost, if it goes to 151, it'll beat our special attack by 1 point. So then this way, the fighting type attack is physical. So that's pretty cool. And then you still have, Ice Beam for all the dragons running around, especially Dragon Knight and Garchomp. So I think Ice Beam is very important, just in terms of ice coverage in the format right now. Then the, that's pretty much it. All right, so that's rental number 2. So let's go into rental number 3. Rental number 3 is another Sneasler Dragapult team, and it looks very familiar, right? That's because it is. It's almost like our Whimsicott, Typhlosion Eruption team with Sneasler, but we made some modifications since then. So we've opted to go with Murkrow over the Whimsicott here because I wanted to switch some options out. The Decidueye was very good, don't get me wrong, but I wanted to go with the Maushold here with Population Bomb. It just does so much damage right now. I feel like that was a worthy substitution, and we'll keep Haze on the team by just adding the Murkrow as opposed to the Whimsicott. So from here, you know what Foul Play does, you know what Tailwind does on the Murkrow. It's bulkier than a Whimsicott, so there's something there. You still get Sunny Day for your Delphox here to do more damage. So expanding Force Spam as well as Heat Wave is within your realm. So I took out the Typhlosion, just put in this thing, because sometimes the Typhlosion play is just a little bit too one-dimensional. So at least this way with the Delphox Life Orb set, you get a little bit of flexibility in what you want to do with your aggressive fire type. Then the Indeedee, of course, with the Imprisoned Trick Room stuff, so now they can't click Trick Room. Then you have Terra Blast, Terra Fighting, again for your King Gambit matchup, even for your Incineroar matchup for that matter. And then Sneasler this time is not a Sash set, it is a Psychic Seed set. Because now what we can do is just go for Unburden, and now we have Terra Dark Throat Chop, which is great, into Dragapults and Goldengles. And then Pult is still almost the same set here. It's Phantom Force, Terra Blast, Terra Ghost, and of course the standard U-turn pivot move here. So it's very aggressive. It'll stop a lot of Trick Room teams that can't really answer the Indeedee Imprison stuff. And Maushold is just annoying, you know, with the population bomb stuff over here. All right, so that's it. Let's go into the paste. I'm not even going to spend like 2 minutes on this. This is as straightforward as it gets. So again, with the Murko, we just almost max the HP, hit the bumps in the Impish nature, and then just dump the rest into special defense while making sure we kept our even numbers there for the Violet boost. Then the Delphox, of course, is just 252. I didn't bother optimizing for Life Orb because it was right on the direct whole number there, like 150. I was like, nah, I'm not investing 80, you know, all these EVs just to get it up to 159 over there. So not worth it. The Indeedee, of course, it's a Sash, 252, 252. Same with the Maushold here. Just max speed Jolly, max speed attack is really all you need out of this Maushold set with Population Bomb. The Sneasler, the only thing I just wanted to do was just give it an even number in the special defense department. So, you know, I still went max speed and just take a little bit off the attack there. And just round out the rest of the bulk there. And of course, Pult is just straight 252, 252. All right, so let's move on into rental number 4. Next up is our Archaludon Rain team. So it's still very strong right now in terms of an archetype. This time I decided to make a couple switches with some of the options here. And a lot of people are trying out that Screens team, you know, with the Life Orb Pelipper. I still like this kind of idea, you know, where you still have the Sash on the Pelipper. But look at our Archaludon set here. Now we're trying out Snarl along with D-Pulse rather than Draco Meteor. So, you know, you can still ramp up your damage with Electro Shot, but now you don't have to waste it all with the Draco Meteor, even though Draco Meteor does pick up KOs that, you know, Pulse does not. But you also get some damage mitigation with Snarl over here. And, you know, combined with Friend Guard, you know, with the Maushold and the beat up stuff, you know, into the Annihilate or even the Archaludon for that matter, you know, any kind of damage mitigation is just always going to be worth it, right? Because, again, you do have bulk up, so you're going to get physical damage reduction. You also have your stamina boost. So what about the special end? So this is where Snarl really helps a lot. Then you have the Basculegion to clean up in the endgame with Terra Grass, of course, to dodge the Rillaboom stuff. The Sinistcha also gives you a Trick Room matchup. It can also heal your Archaludon too, right? With Life Dew, and then Redirect, just like Amoonguss with, you know, Rage Powder. It can give you speed control too, with Trick Room against the Tailwind teams. And speaking of Tailwind, you still have Tailwind on this team as well. All right, so this is our variant of Archaludon Rain right now for October. So hopefully you give this one a go. Let's take a look at the EV spreads. Okay, so with this set on the Archaludon, so this is a newer set that we put out. This still outspeeds Dragapult under Tailwind, but the 244 HP, 124 defense, that'll live a close combat from an adamant-natured Sneasler. So I thought that was a worthy calc. I won like 6 games just with that calc alone. So, you know, that's why I'm showing it to you guys. So this way you can use it too. Other than that, the Pelipper and Maushold, pretty straightforward. The Annihilate, again, just max speed adamant and then just hitting the bump in the adamant stat. 180 HP for, you know, optimal leftovers, but we don't have leftovers. We have Spell Tag this time just for a little bit more damage out of our Rage Fist. And then, you know, just getting a nice even number for the bulk up with the defense, and then leftovers just went into special defense. Basculegion, you know, more or less the same thing, just enough to outspeed the Blood Moon Ursaluna without Rain. Max attack, of course, and then just a little bit of leftovers into the HP and just round out the bulk stats there with 12 and 12. Because again, even after 4-4, I still have like a couple EVs left, so might just throw that in there. Sinistcha over here, 252 HP, 188 defense, relaxed nature. This is gonna survive Black Glasses Kowtow Cleave from a King Gambit. After that, just dump the rest into special defense, and that's really all I wanted out of Sinistcha. Just be super bulky and be super supportive, you know, with the Matcha Gachas and the Life Dew healing, the Redirection Rage Powders, and then surviving it long enough to just be able to click the Trick Room button. All right, so that's rental number 4. Let's go into rental number 5. Rental 5 is one more Sneasler team, but this time it has coaching, and we are using a double dragon duo with Garchomp and Dragonite over here. So Garchomp and Knight have a pretty decent synergy because you can always Earthquake next to Dragonite because you are still a flying type at the end of the day. And now we added the Life Orb on the Garchomp for more damage, so that means you're a little bit more prone to Intimidate, but this is why we have the Kingambit over here. Now, I have seen, you know, multi-scale Dragonites, and I think that's very, very good, but I'm still a fan of Inner Focus, and I still think, you know, not being able to get Intimidated or Fake Out is still extremely valuable on Dragonite, so I still kept the Inner Focus idea. But other than that, you know, Low Kick, Ice Spinner, Terra Blast, Terra Flying, Extreme Speed, very standard D9 set. Kingambit also is the same Kingambit as our other team. Same with the Sinistcha, with the Terra Fairy too. You get to redirect, you know, super effective dragon type attacks against your own dragons, so that's important there. And then the Primarina is a Throat Spray set this time because we have the Life Orb on the Garchomp, so might as well still go for that. And at least not have to take any kind of Life Orb recoil. Alright, so what's really cool here with this Sneasler is you have 3 coaching targets. You can coach the Gambit, you can coach the D-Knight, you can coach the Garchomp, give them defense boost too, right, with the coaching idea. So it's really, really beneficial, especially for Dragonite. If you can get defense boost along with the Assault Vest special defense, then you just become a little bit more unbreakable, right? And if you imagine Sinistcha just being able to heal all that back up, especially if this was multi-scale, right, that would have been even huge. You can just imagine how hard it might be to remove a Dragonite. All right, so that's the team. Let's go into the paste and get you guys out of here. And it's literally nothing new here. The Chomp, the Kingambit, the Sinistcha, these are all the same from our other team. Same with the Sneasler. The Primarina here, this calc, this is again just meant to survive. Oh, I didn't meant to do this. Just meant to survive Rillaboom, Grassy Glide, just like the Life Orb idea, except we dropped this special attack because we have the Throat Spray, and at the same time, you know, just dropped a little bit of that defense, you know, and added a little bit more into our HP stat. The D-Knight over here, again, just nice, solid, even numbers for the Assault Vest set, just almost max the attack. We want max HP. This is a bulkier D-Knight set. We're still hitting the 3rd bump in the attack stat, and then after that, just dump the rest into something like speed here. This D-Knight is not really going to make too much use of speed. Our job is to just stay bulky on the field and deal damage, and then from there, you know, just take it, right? So that's the rentals. So now we'll go back into the main page and let's just recap. All right, so those are all our rentals. So you have the codes now. So hopefully you'll try out at least 1 or 2 of them and let us know how you do. And again, if you're trying to build your own team and you need a little bit of help, if you have a league challenge coming up, if you League Cup challenge, or if you have an online limitless tournament coming up, we just need something for simple ladder play. Make sure you reach out for coaching on the channel. Tier 3 sub gets you a one-on-one session with me, and then from there we can, you know, take it to Discord and then discuss what kind of team you want and how you want it, and from there we'll give you the team the way you want it, exactly how you want it designed. All right, but from there, again, just look in the video description, check out the link, join the channel if you'd like. Otherwise, you can still join the Discord for free. That will always be free, and join our community. Again, we've already surpassed 1,000 members, so we would like to have more. The more, the merrier. All right, but that's it for now, folks. Enjoy the rentals. We'll be back with another video in the next one. Peace out. Have a good one.